While I was interning in the student ministry at Forest Hills, I began to have conversations with Chad about what would it look like for me to go into ministry, and I felt like God was kind of pulling me in that direction, but I didn't really know what that looked like.
I threw out the idea of really leaning into some of our BCM ministers that are serving so well on our collegiate campuses across Tennessee. What if we got to hear how God called them to ministry? What was their path toward ministry? How did they do school and serve on campuses? And so we began to plan a trip out across the eastern part of our state. And we met with Jonathan Chapman, who's the BCM director there at East Tennessee State University. And we met for breakfast on May 4th. And before we knew it, the Lord was working, and Jonathan ended up offering Cole a job to serve as an associate at the BCM.
Cole came to the BCM at a pivotal time. We had been growing, literally doubling the last 2 years before he had arrived. And so becoming our campus missionary and working with us was incredible because he was able to have so much impact on students at the time, not only from an evangelistic standpoint, but from a discipleship standpoint.
Through my 2 years of working at the ETSU BCM with Jonathan, he really showed me what it was like to be in collegiate ministry, but in giving me the opportunities to do ministry, I gained confidence and I understood what it looked like and all the levels of collegiate ministry. And so as I went on from there, I was very confident that this is where God's calling me.
So one of the cool things, in October of 21, Cole had finished up seminary and an opportunity came available at Belmont. And I was so excited to see him be able to go over there and serve there. Ironically, a little bit later on, Micah's having a conversation with me very similar to Cole about what the future of ministry looks like. Do I need to be doing college ministry, young adult? What does that look like?
I was sitting in Jonathan's office just pouring my heart out, struggling with the call to ministry. I'd love to be mentored by pastors in a local ministry context and learn how to do ministry there. And while I'm pouring out my heart to Jonathan saying, I don't know how we're going to do this, Chad Mize emails Jonathan and says, hey, do you have any students that are graduating that are wanting to learn how to do ministry in a local church context? And Jonathan said, yeah, he's right in front of me.
Forest Hills had the privilege of bringing Micah on as one of our first ministry residents. And guess what? Micah is also serving on our college campuses with our collegiate ministry at Forest Hills, where he also gets to serve in the same spaces as Cole Rodgers. What I didn't know is that while Cole was serving at the BCM with Jonathan, Cole was discipling Micah.
Over the course of my years at ETSU, I was invested in by many people. Jonathan poured into me, mentored me, and kind of showed me how to live as a believer. And Cole Rodgers also poured into me and discipled me, having weekly meetings and showing me what it looked like to be a young man who had responded to the Lord's call in ministry on my life. The investments from the people at the BCM and from other students around me altered the course of my life forever and helped me respond positively to what the Lord was doing in my life.
At Forest Hills, we've always believed in collaborative ministry through our local conventions. And the Tennessee Baptist Mission Board has really served to be a catalyst for equipping those that we've sent out and also discipling those that we've sent to college campuses. And in this story, we've really seen all sides of that equation really work for the glory of God, the furtherance of the gospel, and really the equipping of the saints for the work of service in the local church.
As Tennessee Baptists give through the cooperative program and the Golden Offering for Tennessee Missions, they make it possible for BCMs to disciple students and also to send them back out as leaders into our local churches here in Tennessee, but also around the world.